You're blessed by Jesus.
Thank you.
Yeah, you need to stop taking kids to gay events. Stop taking kids to gay events, you weirdo. Are you really a state rep?
I am.
Why don't you do something about the border? What about the fentanyl crisis?
Border, oh
yeah.
my gosh.
Why don't you do something
We need to make the border more flexible. We need more
Are you
trade and
serious?
commerce
What about all
coming
the
across
drug?
the
What about
border?
all the drug cartels?
All the drug cartels.
Yeah.
Yes, we have to stop consumption over here in the United States.
Yeah,
That's
I know,
a big
but why don't
part
you
of
guys
it.
shut down the border here in Texas? Why don't you do anything
Because
to
that would
help
be
us?
catastrophic for our #1 exporting state in the country.
what?
We're the 8th largest economy in the
Oh,
world.
really? Is that why people are like Lake and Riley are dying from illegal immigrants?
Yes, no, they're not.
Yes,
in
they
fact,
are. Lake and Riley died. Yeah. Lake and Riley is dead from an illegal immigrant. You're sick, dude.
So
You're sick. You're here with a little kid out of Pride Parade. What are you teaching him about gay sex, state rep? Are you teaching him about gay sex? Is that what you're
trying
doing?
to get clicks here?
Oh yeah, because you're here with a little kid at Pride. You're a state rep. Yeah, is this a place? Is this a place for kids? Yeah. Are you teaching them how to be gay? Okay. Well, what makes a difference between a gay person and a straight person?
People how to be gay.
Yeah. Then what are you doing here, state rep? What are you doing here?
I'm doing here because I support the LGBT community.
I know, but why don't you help the state of Texas and not take little kids to Pride Parade?
Because I support my daughters.
Yeah, okay, take your little kids to Pride Parade. Are you trying to transition them too?
God bless you. God bless you.
Oh, you believe
Amen.
in God? Now you believe
yes,
in God?
I do. And I
Oh,
hope,
really? So
I
God
hope-
likes Pride? Oh, yeah.
I hope
What does-
you have the
what
spirit
does
of Jesus in
think
your
about-
life.
What does he think about Pride?
He loves all of God's
It's one of the
people.
7 deadly sins.
He loves all of God's
It's one of the 7 deadly sins. He's delusional.
You're blessed by Jesus.
Thank you.
Yeah, you need to stop taking kids to gay events. Stop taking kids to gay events, you weirdo.
I'm so fly, I'm aligned with the planes. My grind so refined, I got no time for no games. Ask yourself why would I make time for you lames? At all costs, cause I'm a boss. But break them off, yeah, gotta break them off.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Prime Time with Alex Stein. I'm your host, Alejandro Stein, and we have an incredible show for you this evening. We got Owen Shroyer coming on in a little bit, but I want to introduce our next guest. He's a YouTuber with over 1.1 billion views on YouTube. You do not have 1 billion views on YouTube. And he is also the star of Sex, Lies, and Scandal. Ashley Madison, Sex, Lies, and Scandal. It was actually the #1 show on Netflix for 1 week. We welcome on Sam Rader. Sam, how you doing?
I'm good. Hello.
Sam, I can tell you're nervous. Relax, dude. Sam is such a good Christian young man, and I'm so mad. Jimmy messed up like usual. Sam has a very wholesome family YouTube channel, and he has a beautiful, awesome, cool wife named Nia. We love Nia. If I'm being honest, I like Nia more than you, Sam. Let me just be real. Nia is the backbone.
I do too.
Yeah, you should. We love Nia. We stand Nia. But my point is, we could have had beautiful Nia on, Jimmy, and you messed up by not booking her. So what do you have to say for yourself?
I'm sorry, and I'll do better. We should just have them both on at a future date.
Okay, we will, but we messed up this date, okay? I might not live past this episode. You know, my heart palpitations are high right now. My blood pressure's through the roof, Jimmy. We need to do the best shows as soon as we can do them in the future. Is that understood?
I understand.
Thank you, Jimmy. Okay, well, Sam, so tell us a little bit about, you know, what's going on with this documentary and how has the feedback been so far on a documentary that talks about how you signed up on a website that was for people that were looking for a side piece? Is that a good way to describe it?
Sure.
Well, I mean, how would you describe Ashley Madison?
It's for spouses who want to look outside their marriage, and basically my wife and I got on there and willingly revealed our story of how we got through that time, and to also basically confess that I had lied to so many people when the breach happened.
Well, you know, and I really appreciate you being honest. Like I said, I was telling you, people love like the honesty. They love like when people make mistakes and come back. I think we always love the comeback kid. But you had a very successful YouTube channel. You still have it. But before you did all this, you're getting millions of views. One of your videos, a Frozen video, which you guys have all probably seen, where it's cute couple seeing Frozen. It got millions and millions of views. And it's probably weird, though, because you're already married before you had the viral success. So maybe is that why you're kind of like, what is life like now that I'm famous on the internet? Was that part of your motivation, maybe, to kind of see other people, maybe?
Well, I was seeing other people or seeking outside my marriage before YouTube came out.
Oh, you were?
Oh, yeah. That was one thing that Netflix kind of twisted and took out of context.
Oh, wow.
So they made it look like I shut down my Ashley Madison account once we got on the YouTube. It actually happened like 4 months prior to that. And that was like the last thing I had done outside my marriage. It was like the final straw.
No! Oh, wow. I didn't realize that was the timeline. I thought I had it different. But Ashley Madison ended up being a big scam, right?
Yeah, I was talking to either a bot or another man.
God.
That's pretty crazy. And you know, with the internet, this day and age, you probably were talking to a dude. Sadly, that's the reality we live in. But you never met anybody on Ashley Madison, though.
Nope. It was very disappointing at the time. I'm thankful for it, obviously.
And you got caught in a data leak. Some hacker leaked all the details, and because you were an actual famous person on the internet, that's why you got quote unquote outed.
Right. That's why we were going viral at that time of the breach for a video of me testing my wife's urine and find out she's pregnant before she did, and we happened to be in the limelight like at that very moment.
Well, before we play the Ashley Madison, he just brought up the video. We've been talking about this video all day. I talked to Sam about it twice. Let's play the famous, not Donald Trump P-tape, the Sam and Nia P-tape.
Oh, wow.
All right, we're getting it up.
We got to get it up.
I got some big plans this morning. So I've had this dream about announcing Nia's pregnancy to her. I wanted to find out before she does. And well, last night at 1:30 a.m., while I was at work, she randomly texts me and says that she's 2 weeks late. All night long, usually Nia goes pee throughout the night. She has a bladder the size of a golf ball.
Makes sense.
She doesn't flush the toilet at night because she's afraid she'll wake up the baby. So here I am, and I'm so excited. I have a specimen. Yeah, so let's do this.
I can play it all, huh?
No, it's a short. I think we have it edited. We just want to show this part because it's kind of funny.
The grossest part?
The grossest part. We have to show the, come on, you know, this is a...
Her reaction was why it went viral, though.
Okay, so now the test is coming up. And fast forwarding a little bit.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Can you take something out of my top pocket right there? Pull it out.
Oh my god.
Pull it out.
What did you do? Did you get a dropper out of the toilet? No, you didn't.
I did.
No way. Are you serious right now? No way.
Well, that was such a great viral moment. And a little bit about me is, Sam, you might not know this, but I'm dating a beautiful girl. Her name is Prepaid Wireless. And I did the same thing. As I actually went in her commode this morning, and I got a little bit of her urine. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to try. She doesn't know this. Pre doesn't know this, that I have her urine right now. Hold on. I'll show her.
Wait, this is your wife's?
This is my girlfriend's urine, not my wife. No. Should probably one day. This is just my girlfriend. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the Sam and Nia pregnancy test with the...
That's awesome. Where'd you get the urine? From the toilet?
Yes, this is from the toilet.
So it's diluted.
It's a little diluted, but I think
that's okay.
She's been taking a lot of vitamins, though. I think that's why it's stark like that. So let's... Dip it
She's
in
very
there.
dehydrated.
She's dehydrated as hell. Pre, if you're watching this, go have a bottle of water. This is dehydrated as heck. Okay, am I doing this test right? I didn't even read it. Here, Lila, read it. How do I do the
That's
test?
just a dip. I think you did it right.
I just dip it? Because I'm not getting any... How long does it take? I didn't even plan for that.
Oh, there's things are in here.
We should have probably read that
Oh,
before.
you have to. Okay. 20 seconds.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm not...
Hold it in there for 20 seconds.
All you gotta do is dip it for a second.
Okay, we dipped it for a second. I know you've done 100 of these. Did I do it too much? Oh, no, it's filling up with liquid. What is it? What does it mean? It says, okay, so if it's pregnant, it has 2 lines, Sam, you're the expert.
Right, 2 lines. It usually takes between 1 and 3 minutes.
I'm not seeing any lines.
You got.
Congratulations, you're not pregnant.
Oh my gosh. Well, we have all this urine. I don't want it to go to waste. Do you want any? You know,
Oh,
it's
God.
sterile. You know it's sterile.
You're hilarious.
No, it's really healthy. It's just
No,
great
you're
for your
not.
skin, yes.
Oh my
You
god.
did it. He tricked us.
Oh, that is disgusting. Why would you drink that? Did you drink your wife's urine?
No, I never tasted
I
it.
thought you drank it in the video. I thought you drank it.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's disgusting. I'm gonna barf. Ugh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she's not pregnant. That was a waste. Okay.
Well, we
would've got more
actually
views
looked
if I
up the
did.
health benefits of drinking your own urine.
what
It's
are
called
some of the health benefits?
Oh, well, we have a graphic.
Can we see that?
Yeah, so drinking your own urine, known as urotherapy, has been practiced in various cultures for centuries. It helps with hydration and nutrient reabsorption because sometimes you pee out some good nutrients and you get it right back. So a little health tip for our fans.
Yeah. Are you into biohacking?
Yeah, but somebody else's urine? Biohacking.
Biohacking.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's biohacking.
Yeah.
We're hacking the biology. It's kind of a new thing. I'm kind of on the.
Does she have better genes than you, though?
She does, and she's tall. She has size. One thing about her is what I love about her is she, and Pri, if you're watching this, that she has size 10 feet. So when we do have a baby, it's going to be a monster baby. He's going to be huge because I got size 13 feet. Her big feet, my big feet means a baby with big feet. And
Yes, please have a baby so I could have a friend.
And we didn't even. You don't even know who Lila is. She's a spina bifida baddie. Did you know what that means?
What'd you say?
Spina bifida baddie. Can you explain what that is?
Oh, yeah,
Lila?
I know what spina bifida is.
He knows what spina bifida is.
He does.
Yeah, and I'm cool.
You are cool. You're the freaking coolest in the world. Oh wait, so do we have Owen?
We need to do a CastBrew.
Okay, we'll do the
ad read
CastBrew,
first.
and then we'll bring on Owen to tell us all about InfoWars. Born of a desire for a bold coffee and a need to build companies that actually support American values, CastBrew Coffee provides an alternative to the faceless corporate ecosystem and fosters a parallel economy that actually supports freedom. Try my own personal blend. It's called Alex Stein's Primetime Grind. It's a dark roast, 100% organic ground coffee with 2 times the amount of caffeine. It's the strongest coffee known to man. And also, since it's Pride Month, we have to remind our audience that CastBrew Coffee is meant to be consumed in your mouth and not used as a, what's it called, Jimmy?
Enema?
Enema. Do not use this for a coffee enema because it has so much caffeine, it could cause a permanent damage. So if you guys want to do that, just visit CastBrew.com. Use promo code PRIMETIME for 10% off, and so they know I sent you. CastBrew.com, promo code PRIMETIME. Okay, so Sam, I know you're trying to clean up your image, right? So you had a little image damage control?
Right now?
Well, a little, right?
I think I'm kind of doing the opposite.
Okay, but I'm saying in the past you did.
broken.
In the past, I'm just saying you had to do a little image.
Well, sure. That's why I lied to our audience when the breach happened. Is that what you're referring to?
No. I'm just saying our next guest is he struggles with a lot of bad imaging from the media, from the public press, and we want to welcome on the one, the only, Owen Shroyer. Owen, how are you doing? Can Owen hear me?
What am I doing on this show tonight?
What do you mean?
I am just.
No, Owen, do not be like
This
that.
is crazy.
Do you not know who Sam? Do you not know who Sam Rader is?
That's what I'm asking.
Owen,
I'm more concerned about the fact that you're impotent and drinking urine. Actually, is kind of my concern now.
It's urine therapy. And you guys, like at InfoWars, you guys have a lot of alternative solutions. So I don't know why you're hating on this. I mean, it's not super male vitality, but it has some vitality in it.
Okay. I wish you the best with that. Let me know how it goes.
I feel really ill, if I'm being honest. I feel very ill after drinking that. But real quick, Owen, we got to talk all what's going on with InfoWars. But this is Sam Rader. Sam has over 1.1 billion views on his YouTube channel, and he was exposed, what was it, 8 years ago? About 8 years ago. Do you remember the Ashley Madison leak? Do you remember any of that, Owen?
You know, it's actually funny that you say that. I did.
Yeah, you were on that
see
website. Is that why it's funny?
I did see that docuseries. No, I'd never even. I knew what Ashley Madison was. I guess probably more so from the Hunter Biden story. But I don't. I must have been in a time warp. I don't remember that story when it happened whatsoever. Like it was like weird to me when it was like people were like, "Oh, that was the biggest story ever." I was like, I don't remember that.
I do remember it. It was a big deal because like Howard Stern talked about it a lot, and it was a huge deal because Sam had a huge channel. So Sam, tell Owen a little bit about what happened.
Yeah, I was in the media with Josh Duggar. He was also in it. And he
Josh Duggar. Oh my God. Isn't he in jail? Is he in jail
news.
now? Is one of the Duggars in jail?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is, yeah.
It's Josh Duggar. He was the creep, right? Is that true, Owen? Do you remember Josh Duggar? Do you know who that is from the Duggar family?
No.
You don't watch any reality TV. Well, he's supposed to be cheating on his wife. And,
no, literally none.
You watched his docuseries. You saw, so you know who Sam is. You saw Sam.
Yeah, I saw some of the. I don't remember the name of it, but yeah, I recognize him. I saw some of that docuseries.
Ashley Madison Sex Lies Scandal is what it was called.
Let me ask you this though: did you really like? I mean, I guess you trusted that your information would never get out.
I did. Yeah. I mean, especially.
I'm so distrusting. I wouldn't sign up. I wouldn't even sign up for like a general dating app. Like I just assume pretty much everything I do on the internet is going to be made public, or some intelligence agency is gathering data. So I'm like super conservative when it comes to that stuff.
What do you think? Somewhat an honest guy.
He is an honest guy. I mean, he used his real name. I would have used a fake name, Julio Iglesias or something. I mean, I would have had a totally different identity, a different ethnicity.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you know, DeMarquise Jackson. That would imagine the leak comes out, Marquise Johnson. Nobody's gonna know anything.
It's true.
Would you be sharing in your profile that you're impotent and you drink urine?
I'm not impotent. I'm not impotent. Okay, do not say that. That's not true. And yeah, I would say that I do urine therapy because I'm biohacking and I want to live to 100 years old. You can learn something.
You know, I have been concerned about your health, Alex, not helping.
This is for my health. It's for my heart attack.
Okay.
You seem disappointed that I drank urine. I don't know why. We have a lot to talk about. The federal government's trying to shut you down.
I'll tell you what. If you had to choose between, you were hitting like 3 McFlurries a day and a sip of urine, I guess you're going the right direction.
It's sterile. It's 100% sterile. McFlurries aren't. There's so many microplastics. My testicles, they float if I get in the pool.
Okay. Well.
Did you hear about all the microplastics in human testicles?
I did, and I'd like there to be kind of a follow-up study because they probably just chose from like a random pool of people to do that study. I'd like for them to like kind of select different people to test, like maybe professional athletes or people that drink filtered water or people that drink bottled water. Like I'd like to see some different control groups to see if they can kind of trace where the microplastics are coming from, or if there's increased levels from this group or less levels in this group. I think that deserves a follow-up study.
Well, I just read an article, and it's from the mainstream media. I think it was like CNN or something, that the reason that cancers are up in young people, colon cancer specifically, is because of the energy drinks we drink. Do you believe that, or what do you think? Why do you think there's an uptick in cancer, Owen?
Well, I would say there's definitely side effects. The energy drinks are probably maybe like just a decade or two old as far as that phenomenon. I don't know about you, but I remember in high school when they first came out, we were probably like 14 or 15, and we would have sleepovers with our friends, and we would go up to the local, general store or whatever, and we'd try to drink as many as possible. We'd drink like 4 or 5 and basically be, cracked out like Hunter Biden on a bender. If people, there's definitely some health ramifications of the energy drinks, whether that's causing the colon problems or not. I'm not sure, but I would say there's definitely some bad health ramifications from the toxic energy drinks. Absolutely.
Owen is one of my fitness inspirations. Owen's in great shape. So tell us this.
Well, that's great. It doesn't seem to be working.
It is working. It's just a slow, you know what I mean? I'm doing it at my own pace, but I am working that way. So Sam, I don't know if you know this, but the reason why homosexuality is up is because there's atrazine in the water and it's turning frogs gay.
Yep.
Owen kind of exposed this, especially his boss, Alex Jones. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Or
do I believe it?
Yeah. Are any of your children gay?
Excuse me? No.
There you go, because they're not drinking atrazine. Is that right, Owen?
Well, you know what? It might have something to do with their upbringing, I think.
It might. Yeah.
Probably.
What? No. Pride flag doesn't make you gay, Owen. I mean, there should be a pride flag in every elementary school, in my opinion.
This has to be a big month for you, actually. A funny man like yourself. The pride stuff gives you so much content, you're probably just drowning in it.
A little bit. I just went to a protest, and I went to a pride parade in Dallas, and the Palestinian protesters, people think it's a joke, homos for Hamas or queers for Palestine. It was real. I went over there and was like calling out the hypocrisy of them, and then they were putting their bullhorns in my face. So I'm about to post that video. But I like to see the counter protesters at these events and just see how screwed up they are, because they're like all transgender people, and they would never be allowed in Gaza. So it's just ridiculous that that's what they're protesting for.
Well, there was a standoff at the rally in Philadelphia. They literally combated in the streets for the territory. And then there was a massive brawl after it as well. Fisticuffs flying, wigs flying off, shoes everywhere. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I saw that melee. No, it was great.
Tell you this, I'm going to make this prediction. I said it on my show. If it doesn't happen this year, it happen next year. I think it'll happen this year. I think this Pride Month, I think you're going to see, because they've gone to they're pushing the envelope as far as they possibly can, and so now we're not even a week into Pride Month, and they've got gay men, leather daddy with whips. They're riding around on these floats completely naked, gyrating in front of children. I'm betting you someone's going to catch it on camera, men engaging in sodomy at one of these Pride events. I think
for sure. That's already happened at West Hollywood. They literally ride around naked. There's definitely guys doing the, whatever. I mean, I don't know if they're on a float, but they're probably on the sidelines in a porta potty. You need to check the porta potties. That's where they're going to be doing it, Owen.
Would you drink that urine?
If it would help me with my biohacking journey, yeah. I mean, that's kind of my main focus right now, is trying to biohack. I want to live to 130. I want to push the limits. I like to push the limits, Owen. And I've already had one heart attack, so they say that likelihood is 0. But I'm going to prove the doctors wrong. Okay, now forget about doctors. Dr. Fauci, we love, and he's the best doctor ever. But and everything that came out, obviously, he's a proven liar. And we're on YouTube, so we can only say so much about it. But tell us what's going on at InfoWars. So now you guys are able to broadcast until basically June 14th. Is that the latest? Can you fill us in?
Yeah, so the next big court date is June 14th. I think that either by the end of the day, June 14th, or on the 15th, we'll know for sure what the future of InfoWars is. It's not really my story to tell. It's not really my legacy to leave. Yeah. So I leave that to Alex. I'm just going to continue to perform my duties here at InfoWars until I have no more duties. So in other words, I'm going to go down with the ship, should that be the case. But I'd say it's a very real prospect that this is probably maybe the final month that InfoWars is on air. I think that that's a very real prospect. And so that kind of puts a end cap on the legend of InfoWars and Alex Jones, but not really of Alex. It's not like they can silence him. They can take InfoWars down and shut it off air. So really it'll just be the end of InfoWars, the end of that legacy, the end of that iconic broadcasting network that I'm here sitting in the studio.
One of the cornerstones of. You're a cornerstone of it. You're being modest. You've only gone live on the air about 6 days a week for the past 5 years. I mean, longer than that. How many years you worked there? 7 years?
8 years.
8 years, excuse me. That's what I'm saying. And you've only worked 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week. So you put your heart and soul. I don't think you should be so modest. I mean, you definitely carried InfoWars into its next generation. Alex obviously started off on public broadcasting and then, got on terrestrial radio, then got huge on YouTube, then got canceled on YouTube. And I think you've carried the torch since the cancellation, I would argue, Owen.
Well, I was there. I was there for the censorship campaign. I've been involved in a lot of the litigation and the lawfare. Obviously, I spent some time in a federal prison for the work that I've done at InfoWars. So, I definitely take pride in the work that I've done here. It's something that'll be a part of my career, my legacy forever. But at the same time, I'm really just I'm loyal to Alex. I'm loyal to InfoWars. I'm loyal to the audience. I'm loyal to the crew. I don't want to try to live this final moment as it's my final thing or my final story. I want Alex to have that. It's his story. It's his legacy. It's the legacy of InfoWars. So I'm just like a loyal trooper here, filling my duties till there's no more. If the ship goes down, I'm going down with it, and it'll be a spectacle. I mean, it's going to be a national spectacle. It's going to be a huge story. And what I hope is it's hard to be serious on your pimp on a blimp show. You're 10,000 feet in the air here. It's very serious stuff with the helium balloon. That's why there's a shortage of helium, is actually because you stole it all. But that's another story for another day.
And NASA putting satellites on balloons. But go ahead.
So yeah, and that's what these balloons falling to Earth are. But
yes, that's what they are. Go ahead.
Obviously. But so I would say that. Yeah, probably you've got 2 weeks guaranteed here at InfoWars. And I hope that if and when it shuts down, that the rest of the media finally takes it seriously. Because InfoWars has been the testing ground, the first to hit the barbed wire on so many different issues. on censorship, on lawfare, with me getting imprisoned as a journalist. Now
you guys got Trump in the White House. Owen, I mean, basically, I think InfoWars is what put me, that's what got me Trump-pilled. Alex deserves a lot of credit.
Certainly that has to do with probably a lot of the punishment that we're going for is for that. And it's not even about necessarily Trump per se. That was just the timing of it all. It's about an independent, grassroots, not controlled news organization with its audience and its guests being able to have such an impact that it can change the course of an election. So that's the punishment here. They only want the big mainstream networks to have any control over the outcome, any influence over the outcome. And so that's really what it's all about. And this is what the next level censorship is all about too, because it used to be the ability to reach millions of people was only for a very select few. And you could only do that if you were on a couple networks. Now anybody can reach millions of people. Anybody can pick up a phone and reach millions of people. In fact, Sam is kind of a perfect example, be it in a different spectrum, with just his family and what they do and other people that like that content and, maybe try to mimic some of the things that they do to have a happy, loving life. So they can't have that. They can't have an individual with the power to reach millions and influence elections. And so that's what the censorship is about. That's why InfoWars was the test case. They want it to be only for the select few. And in a larger issue, here's what's also important to understand. The whole concept of the leftist government power grab, totalitarian, authoritarian bent is that you can't govern yourself. The concept of self-government is so foreign to the left. They hate it. Yep. They want to be able to govern you. Well, so yeah, you can't reach millions of people. That's too dangerous. You can't organically build a platform that reaches millions and has major political influence. That's too dangerous. You can't be trusted with that. You have to trust the experts. It's kind of like that MSNBC clip where they say, we're here to tell you what to think. We're here to tell you what's going on. You can't be trusted with that. So that's kind of the larger thing, but really just to direct it, they don't want an organic influence on American politics. But there's nothing they can do now. Even if they shut InfoWars down, I'm not going to stop being live 3 to 6 p.m. every day. Whether it has to be on X or Rumble, the only platforms I'm not banned on, then I'll go there. I'm sure there'll be other people that are going to want to pick up my content and my show.
For sure.
And I'm sure the same thing goes for Alex. But again, nobody really took it seriously when the censorship, then we saw everybody getting censored. Nobody really took it seriously with the lawfare. Now all these other news networks, Elon Musk, all these people are getting sued. So I just hope if they do close the doors here, that maybe that'll finally be the red alert that gets other people in the media to say, okay, there really is a problem here.
Yeah.
And just like InfoWars was the test case for everything else, we better realize that they're going to come for us next.
Well, Owen, I consider you a good friend. You've helped me out so much. We talked about how you're one of the first people to even give me some shine, share my clips. And just listening to you right now, I can tell that you're affected and that you do think that this is the end. And I'm not trying to call you out, but I feel like that this is over. Is this really how it is? I want to think like they're not going to put Trump in jail, and I want to think that InfoWars is not going to end. But it sounds like Trump is going to go to jail, and it sounds like InfoWars is going to end, and it's going to make me absolutely sick, Owen.
I'd say the odds are yes to both those things. I'd say 51% chance Trump gets put in jail. I don't even know if I want to put a percentage on the odds that InfoWars gets shut down in 2 weeks, but yeah, it's a very real thing. I've come to terms with it. Should we get another year or more, then I'll just consider that a blessing. I already take every minute here at InfoWars. I don't take a minute, rather I should say, I don't take a minute here at InfoWars for granted. So, but yeah, I've already kind of accepted it. And in a way, it's almost like, I don't know if there could even be a conclusion to InfoWars. I don't know if it gets much more epic than that.
That's
I don't know
true.
if it gets
the government shutting it down. I think that kind of sends a message. It is like if we were writing a Hollywood script or whatever, the counterculture media company that is, breaking the rules does get shut down by the censorship of the government. Like it kind of proves it proves you right and the government wrong. It's kind of a beautiful story, but with a very sad ending.
Yeah, and it's not just about me or Alex. There's a whole crew that works here. There's crew that has family. There's crews. There's members here of the crew. I mean, that are going to be basically pushed out here. And I don't know what kind of infrastructure we can have out of the gates to bring people back. So it's more than just Alex. It's more than just me. But like I said, we know the times we live in. We deal with we're probably in the most corrupt government in the history of the United States of America right now. And so with that, yeah, they're going to arrest their top political opposition. They're going to shut down the most organic grassroots political influence in the media. I don't know why we would expect anything differently.
Well, Owen, tell me this. I saw Marjorie Taylor Greene posting about InfoWars, and I've seen very few conservative politicians, and then the conservatives also put in the anti-Semitism bill that, to me, goes way too far. Do you feel like you haven't got support on the right as well, Owen?
Well, that's kind of where I'm sending the clarion call here. I don't even care if you like Alex or not. This is about, this is what authoritarian regimes have done throughout human history. And people always say, oh, they'll never do that in America. They'll never get away with that in America. But they are now. They are getting away with that now. And so I think that that's the message here. So it's not about whether you support Alex or not. It's about, do you support the First Amendment? Do you support organic, independent media existing with major influence in the political landscape? So I'm not surprised. The American right is afraid of their own shadow most of the time. Marjorie Taylor Greene, obviously not. But there's a new right forming. There's a new brand of right-wing American politics forming. I think that the old guard right-wing politics goes with Trump, whether that's another 4 years in the White House or whether he doesn't win this election. That's the end of the old guard right. This is the final run of the old guard right. In fact, they're kind of lucky. That generation of conservatives is kind of lucky that they got Trump here in their final moments so that they weren't a total embarrassment and a total letdown for the American people. But they're kind of lucky that Trump has kind of given them like a last shot of, all right, your generation didn't completely blow it. But I think that's it. The old guard right is done with Trump. They're done. And I think there's a couple examples you could point to. Bill O'Reilly leaves Fox News. He was the #1 rated host, and now
Tucker.
he's basically irrelevant. I don't know. Nobody talks about Bill O'Reilly anymore. So I think when Trump goes, that's the end of the old guard right. And it's not going to be right-wingers and conservatives that are afraid of their own shadow. It's going to be people that sound more like Marjorie Taylor Greene. It's going to be people that present themselves with policies more like Vivek Ramaswamy. And it'll be talk show hosts that cover news more like me.
Did you see what Ann Coulter said to Vivek Ramaswamy?
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious, and he took it in stride. So that's it.
Would you want an Indian guy as president? We wouldn't have any issues with our internet. Our tech would be great.
I would support Vivek Ramaswamy. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't hear you.
Absolutely. I hope he gets a job in the Trump administration.
I hope he does too. I hope it's in some, one of the, IT areas and try to help, some of the, technology services. Okay, last thing before you go, we want to show this graphic. The FBI being gay. These are the same people that arrested you. When they gave you did they give you ever a strip search?
No. The FBI agents that arrested me actually thought the whole thing was bullcrap.
Well, isn't that
Pretty much
weird?
every agent I talked to.
They're all gay now. I'm surprised.
They're just doing their job. Oh, they're all gay now. Well, maybe now.
Majority of them are gay. I think that's required. DEI.
Did you see them walking in the Pride Parade too?
Yes, we did, and that was in West Hollywood with Adam Schiff. Nothing better than a bunch of homosexual FBI agents, protecting our border.
Well, that's going to be the big downfall of everything is hiring people based off of identity instead of merit. That's how everything will fall apart.
Yeah, meritocracies are racist, though, dude. I want a transgender pilot for life, and you know that. Because I would like to be in a non-fatal aircraft crash, because then you could sue Spirit Airlines, which is the airline that I predominantly fly, and I would be able to fly for free, because they don't have money. They just give you free coupons if you're in a Spirit crash. Did you see that they had to put on the flotation device recently on a Spirit Airlines flight?
No.
They had to prepare for a water landing. Look it up on a flight from Jamaica. It went super viral, and everybody was freaking out, making last minute.
Was it a Boeing craft?
It actually was an Airbus A320, or it was Airbus 320, I believe. Okay, Owen, we got to let you go, but tell the people before you go, how can they find you? How can they support you if they do take you off the air? I know you stream on X all the time, but how can the people support you and keep you alive? Because they can't kill you. They've tried to throw you in jail. They've tried to limit your free speech, but I think that's only made you stronger, in my opinion, and I'm sure that's what the audience would feel as well.
Well, I'm live. I'm still live on InfoWars, 3 to 6 p.m. Central weekdays at band.video or americanelection.news. So you can still find me there for the near future. But yeah, should they shut that down, I'm still gonna be 3 to 6 live every day. If it's on my X account at Owen Shroyer 1776, or if it's at my Rumble channel, rumble.com/Owen. I've also got owenshroyer.show, where I'm going to direct all my content as well. So yeah, I'm not going to shut up. I'm not going to go away. I'm going to continue doing my show. We'll see, where it goes. And I'll tell you what, you'll be one of my first guests. And maybe we'll give you a lineup. I can't even
say it.
No,
I want to be.
We'll give you a lineup of your end to choose from.
Oh, and I can tell because listen, you love to slunk those eggs. Chicken embryo has, compared to the nutrients in this, is minuscule.
Okay. I'll tell you what, you can drink, we'll only make you drink 6 ounces. You're struggling there. We'll make you drink 6 ounces of urine. You can choose whose urine it is. And, or 12. I'll do an egg for every ounce you drink.
It has to be female urine. All right, goodbye. Love you, Owen. Support Owen Shroyer, Shroyer the Destroyer. We love Owen. Okay, what'd you think about that, Sam? So, Sam, sorry we had to talk to him. They're kicking him off the air. Did you see that?
I heard just now. This is not my forte. I'm wondering what my friend dragged me into.
Yeah, you're screwed. Now you're on InfoWars. They're probably going to think that you're going to be involved in a school shooting.
I've seen what InfoWars does to people on a personal level. So
what have they done? What have they done?
Oh, they make them hyper obsessed with politics, and they make politics their foundation. It basically ruins their lives. I've seen it ruin marriages.
InfoWars? Why didn't you tell that to Owen, dude? That would have gone viral.
InfoWars is like the most drastic.
Is Owen still here? Is Owen still on? Owen, come here. Come on. Put him on. Whoa, I didn't realize. Did you just hear what Sam said? Sam, say that to Owen right now, please.
I've seen people be obsessed with politics, and it seems like InfoWars is kind of the most extreme place they can go. And I've seen it. They get obsessed with it. It replaces church. It replaces the Bible. And they start to make it the foundation. It starts messing up marriages and families. And I'm definitely not for this type of format.
No, you hate InfoWars? Are you kidding?
I don't hate InfoWars, but
I thought the Bible said hey, at least InfoWars are not cheating online and everything. They're not that bad.
InfoWars has been known to lie, man.
What have they lied about? What have they lied about?
I'm not going.
One school shooting forever ago. Ooh, and they rekindled that, and that was a hit job if you really look into it.
The controversy in general. Like
so
the
what's
Bible
wrong with controversy?
Says, don't give in to controversy. It's clear.
Does it say that in the Bible, Owen?
Oh, absolutely. It's a waste of our time, man. It's a waste of our mental energy.
So we should just watch family
We are not to
vlogs?
fear what man fears. I mean, it's very clear. It seems like InfoWars is just constantly fearing something.
You're not afraid of what's going on, the sexual indoctrination of children? You think America's doing okay, honestly?
I can't answer to that. I'm not sure what your point is.
Well, I'm saying you don't think that we're getting more demonic and more spiritually
absolutely.
disconnected?
Well, absolutely. I think there's a place for certain people. It's just not my forte.
By the way, I have no problem with what Sam is saying, but let me just get a clarification here. Have you ever watched InfoWars?
Bits of it. And I've seen he seems, what's his face, Alex Jones seems mad all the time. And like, that's
you're
not...
happy?
Okay, so you don't actually
You're
consume
happy?
info.
You're happy with the world?
I'm happy, yes. I'm very thankful for the world. God has it in control. I pray for my leaders, whether liberal or
Alex
conservative.
is very spiritual.
The Bible is clear. We pray for our leaders. We don't put them down on a regular basis. It's very clear. You're doing exactly what the Bible has taught us not to do. And I'm sorry, I'm not for it.
Wow. Owen, what do you have to say to that? I didn't know that this was going to get like contentious like this.
It's not Christian. If you follow the word of God,
it's
incompatible.
That's not contentious at all. And I have no problem with what he's saying. I don't even necessarily think he's inaccurate. I'll explain why. The only place I would push back is maybe saying that I think the milquetoast Christian community that thinks like that is part of the problem why our country is in the situation it's in, and you have the sexual indoctrination in the classrooms, and you had the demonic practices going on in Hollywood and the media and infiltrating Netflix and all these kids shows. But I do actually, I do agree with what he's saying. I'm guilty of it. Yeah, InfoWars will change your life. InfoWars will make you obsessed with politics. It's all a personal choice.
Yeah.
But to me, it's a no-brainer. When you find out that the government is poisoning the food supply, poisoning the water supply, putting people in prison for their political speech.
Are you praying for our government? Let me ask you that.
Get us war.
Are you praying for the government? That's the number one thing we could be doing. What's happening is man is trying to take this in our own control, and it's just making things worse. It's creating a bigger divide. What Alex, no, I'm sorry, I'm about to call you Alex Jones.
Yeah, you can call me Alex Jones. I'd be honored. Yeah.
You know, just causing disruption, not being peaceable. We're supposed to be peaceable people. They're supposed to look at us and be like, wow, what's going on over here? These guys truly love Jesus. They're like, their lives are completely transformed. They want peace. They're not hating. That's when hearts are changed.
Yeah, but didn't
You're
David,
not changing hearts by being disrupted.
Well, real quick, didn't David have to defeat Goliath?
Of course. But guess what? He trusted God, and he was planted in the Word of God. That guy was more a man of God than we'll ever be. If you're not praying for the country, what are you doing?
They pray on the show all the time. It's like they have. Yes, they do. Alex Jones is very.
I can't judge too much. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. I know a couple people, and
you know
I don't watch it, but it's not my forte at all. And I believe. Do
you have an uncle at
Christians should not be
I ask this,
political.
do you have like an uncle at Thanksgiving that like spouts off conspiracies and says the Earth's flat and stuff?
I know of a guy who does, and I get his messages on Facebook quite often, and it's pretty concerning. And this guy's a Christian, and I'm like, dude, you're missing the truth here. And he just
You don't
falls
think
for
Hillary
controversy.
Clinton-
There's no end to these controversies. It just keeps going, and these people get deeper and deeper, and it fries their brains. It's horrible.
Does Michelle Obama have a penis or not?
She has broad shoulders, but I don't know about.
It sounds like you're an info warrior. What are you talking about? You're talking
warrior.
about broad shoulder. I think we can come to an agreement that Michelle Obama probably has a dong, right? Can we at least come to an agreement?
Wow. No.
Well, do you agree that they should not be censored?
Yeah, you have to
At
be
least they
against
should
that.
be allowed
Come
to.
on.
Yeah, that's a good question. No, I don't think they should be censored, obviously.
Okay.
We love you, Owen. I didn't know he's going to be hot like that, Owen.
Problem. I have no problem
Sorry,
with
I'm
people
not
that
being too
disagree.
hot.
I actually like it because it makes me more firm in what I believe. It allows me to argue what I believe even more coherently. And I think he would probably say the same thing about his faith in Jesus. So it's okay. I have no problem with what he's saying. But the one thing that I just want to push back on in conclusion is that, and I'm not Alex Jones. Okay, let's just be clear here.
Yeah,
I work for Alex Jones. I'm proud of the work I've done at InfoWars. But you've obviously formed a judgment of InfoWars or Alex based off of things that you see, and you're not getting the full context of it. And so if people want to get obsessed with politics, that's their decision. If they don't like Alex because of his crass nature on air sometimes, then they don't have to tune in either. But to deny the positive impact that InfoWars has had in the media and the political spectrum, I mean, just look at the vaccines alone. I have people that thank me every day.
We love
for
the
warning
vaccine
them.
here on YouTube, though, and remember to say that. Yes. That it's the most safe and effective thing, and that, yeah, there's a small chance something weird could happen, but that's on you. You get a free cheeseburger, and that should help all that.
Good for the
Owen
Well,
is-
look, I don't too about wars. I don't want to send people to die in wars. And if making a fuss about that and raising our voice about that is unchristian, I would just have to disagree. But hey, I'm glad that he said his opinion. I have no problem defending it. And he's right. We do need to be a better example. We do need to have faith in God. But I put my faith in God every day. And I think I'm doing what God wants me to do. And I think that if people could just give up things and give them to God, we probably would be in a better place. So we do agree with that. But we have demonic people running our government and our media. I mean, that's the problem.
Yeah, I agree. They've inverted the Bible. Owen, you're the man. Thank you for coming on. You handled I didn't know Sam was going to be coming in like that. I love it, Sam. Off the
He handled
top
it
rope.
very good.
Yeah, he's a pro. Are you kidding?
he's
Owen
awesome.
Shroyer is one of the most talented guys. He's not just talented in the studio. This guy's gone on the field. You know, he goes out, man, on the street stuff. So put him on the map. This guy's truly a one-of-a-kind talent. So, Owen, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thanks, Owen.
We're going to clip that. Thank you, Owen.
Yeah, great talking. Great talking. And maybe Jimmy won't mess it up next time and he can get the whole couple on here, you know?
Yes!
Sorry, Owen. My bad. My bad.
Jimmy, Thank you, Owen, for disciplining Jimmy. I really appreciate that. You are a true professional. Everybody go support InfoWars. Unless you're Sam, then he thinks you're demonic. And
I didn't say that.
well, kind of, and a little bit, but it's okay. Owen's actually a really cool guy. We'll get into it. All right, guys. With the elections coming up, I'm expecting things to get even crazier than they already are, especially when it comes to freedom of speech and how hypocritical the left is when it comes to it. To them, it's okay to chant, "From a river to the sea." But you calling our border crisis an invasion is a crime. We already know that big tech colludes with the government to suppress the truth. Do I need to remind you about the Hunter Biden laptop? You better believe that getting the truth out to you will be even harder than it is right now. You see, here at Blaze Media, we saw this coming, and it's exactly why we exist. Blaze TV and Blaze News is a place where I can speak freely with no repercussions. Consider supporting Blaze Media, where our mission is to set fire to the lies the left wants you to believe. Not only will you get this show, but you'll have access to everything else we do here, from our Blaze Original series to Steve Baker's incredible investigative work revealing the shocking lies about January 6th, and so much more. You can try Blaze TV for 99 cents by going to blazetv.com/primetime. You'll have access to our Monday night call-in show as well as all of the uncensored content on The Blaze. Make sure to go to blazetv.com/primetime and watch all the uncensored good content. All right, so we got to get back to you, Sam. You're freaking, dude, you're a legend, dude. You're going after Owen Shroyer. Do you even know who you just went after?
I have no idea.
He's an ex-convict, technically.
I thought he was almost a convict.
No, he went to jail. He got out. He had to do 2 months, I believe. I wrote him letters in prison.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I have one of the letters. I should have read it on the thing. No, Owen's a badass, and he was like, they tried to get him, for basically organizing January 6th and him, like disrupting some meetings. And they totally screwed him over. And really, like, it's funny though you bring up the God stuff. We don't have to sit here and talk about it.
Stuff.
Well, I mean, God is important, but this is the thing: is I believe that one of the biggest lies they do is they try to teach kids that you just evolved from pond scum and that there is no God. They try to hide the creation of God. I think that's like in almost all schools, unless it's like a parochial school, unless it's like a religious themed school. And because of that, it makes kids really not morally righteous whatsoever because they feel like they don't have to have a moral compass because it doesn't matter because there's no heaven, there's no hell. And InfoWars is really good at actually bringing attention that there is a creator. So it's funny that you call it demonic. I'm telling you, they actually have a lot of kind of Christian theme or religious themed rhetoric, honestly.
I have what rhetoric?
No, they have like religious rhetoric. Alex Jones talks about God all the time.
Yeah, but I think like they need some pushback from Christians, solid Jesus following Christians. I didn't call them demonic. Of course, there's a place for them, and I'm sure they are doing some good stuff. But like I said, I see a lot of lives that are drastically changed because of.
It's probably because they're smoking weed. Does that guy smoke weed? I feel like that's what makes people go crazy with conspiracies too.
And I see a lot of just disruption being added by this hyper focus on.
Well, I didn't know you're such a spicy tamale. We forgot to get you to sign the waiver. Can you read this out loud for the audience, please? Read it and here's a pen. Yeah, please.
You are a conservative.
You have to read it out loud for the camera for legal purposes.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, for legal purposes, yeah.
Primetime with Alex Stein participation waiver. I, guest name, agree to participate in Primetime with Alex Stein. Assumption of risks. I understand the show involves inherent risks of bodily injury, including but not limited to bruises, burns, beheading, and Alex taking off his pants for no reason. This is great.
It happens.
Release of liability. I hereby release, discharge, and hold harmless Blaze, Alex, and all the producers except Jimmy. You can sue him all the way to Timbuktu if you want.
Yeah.
I won't make jokes about big booty Latinos because I understand Alex's wheelhouse.
Yeah, I love big booty Latinas, but because you're on the show, we won't mention that. So you do have legal recourse. It's just at Jimmy, not the Blaze or me or Lila. So you can sue, just not us.
You can sue me.
He signed it. Thank you. Okay, now we got to talk about this. Sam, you gave the kickback. I didn't expect that. That's a great episode. Sam's a great guest.
No, Sam, I know you're really uncomfortable, but that was great. That's exactly what you want.
That was good. Yeah, you look good.
You really pushed back. That was awesome. That was good content. And I think you both handled it very well.
Yeah, they handled it well. No. I'm saying I think you handled it really well. But now let's talk about this. Let's be real. I'm sure you've got a lot of kickback. Putting your kids on camera as, kind of, I don't think it's controversial at all, personally. I don't. Like when I was a kid, I wish my parents took more pictures of me because there is like a level of pictures and then editing videos. So my producer, I was explaining to you, he wants to use his content kid to get likes and views on TikTok. And Are we going to play his viral video, or are we going to play your drinking video
Well, we
first?
can start with his Frozen viral video.
Okay, let's play just a little bit of the Frozen video to give context. This is one of the most viral videos in what, 2016, 2015?
Yeah, 14.
2014. Let's just get a little snippet of this.
My threshold is high.
Oh, you changed the music so we don't get a copyright?
Yeah, sorry, we had copyright issues, so we put some copyright-free rap.
I thought a joke was coming.
I know, I thought a joke was coming too, but Jimmy doesn't know what a joke is. He went to Princeton. Okay, we got enough of this. All right, so if you guys watch this video, okay, if you watch that video, that was not the right video. I don't know what Jimmy's over there doing Delta 9 marijuana or something. Are you on Delta 8 gummies?
Not this episode.
Okay, good. Have you ever had a Delta 8 gummy?
No.
They're bad. They're very bad. They'll eat at your brain. That video went super viral. Probably didn't know like how successful that video would be when you first posted it, right? You couldn't have expected to go on that viral, did you?
No. I mean, everything related to Frozen was going viral at the time, so I had an idea. Maybe.
I mean, an idea, but come on, you're getting like literally that got like 100 million views probably shared all around. Maybe yours only got 25 million, but other people shared it, reacted to it. Millions of people saw that video.
True.
Probably didn't expect that.
I did not know. That's crazy.
Well, Jimmy, he's trying to kind of take a page from your book. Show this video of Jimmy with his daughter, Tiffany. Look at that, Sam. You just give him the same kickback you gave InfoWars.
What the heck, bro?
Does that look like a good father abusing alcohol with his baby? I think.
Is that a good picture for a conservative right there?
You tell me.
I don't know.
You seem uncomfortable.
Or Christian.
Is that unchristian-like?
Of course. And you gotta be
can
careful.
do beer in the Bible, though.
You gotta be careful drinking around your kids too, because your kids can make you alcoholics because they really love a drunk dad. And so if you...
What does that mean? They like a drunk dad? What?
Yeah, drunk dads are fun. I accidentally did it one time at my house, and my kids just like had a blast with me. And then the next day, they're like, "Daddy, can you do what you did yesterday?" I'm like, "Oh no, I'm not doing that again, guys. That was a mistake."
Well, Sam, I've
I
only
like jumped in the pool in winter. We all jumped in the pool together and stuff. It was crazy.
Well, I've only known you for a few minutes, and you seem like a well-spoken, nice guy. But honestly, I kind of would like to see you after a couple beers. I bet you loosen up a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you do seem kind of tight. You're kind of
so annoying.
You are kind of wound a little tight.
I am.
Why is that? Do you think?
Maybe too much caffeine.
Or do you think it's pressure?
And because I'm on this show, it's just so random, bro. My story is very serious, and the Lord changed my life. And what I'm doing, my message is to show other marriages hope after infidelity, and like that's what I've been focused on. So sitting in this show that's hyper political is just like
it's not hyper political. I was a producer on the show Cheaters. We caught people cheating on their husbands and wives all the time. I'm actually an expert when it comes to infidelity.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So what I'm saying is, it's okay that you got a little side hunani, you know? And was it good? Was it worth it? I'm guessing not.
Definitely not.
It's never as good. It's never. Was you? Who did you hook up with? Was it anybody really hot, or were they Filipina? Lila's Filipina.
I don't go into details about it.
That's smart. That's smart. So, are there any details in this book about it?
There is, and that's the only time we talk about details. My wife and I agreed.
Do you describe some of the women that you were with?
Describe the women physically? No.
Do you describe what you did?
I describe the situations.
What do you think about that, Lila?
Well, I really do appreciate how brave him and his wife are to come out about this.
Me too.
And I think it's a really beautiful thing that you guys are focusing on your marriage. And so what advice would you have for other couples?
Married couples?
Mm-hmm.
That might be going through something like this.
Don't do it alone. That would be like my number one advice. I think a lot of marriages isolate themselves and they start like living in a bubble and start lying to themselves, and there's nobody there to point out their blind spots. And they start lying to each other, lying to themselves, and then that's when things go awry. So get plugged into church, be surrounded by wise, godly counsel.
What about Church of Scientology? Is that a good church? L. Ron Hubbard?
No comment.
L. Ron Hubbard, not familiar with?
I'm familiar with the church, but obviously it's not
Tom Cruise?
a church.
Tom Cruise?
It's not a church.
Tom Cruise would disagree with that. I'd like to see you tell that to Tom Cruise. Would you say that to Tom Cruise? Would you say Tom?
Absolutely.
He just said it to Owen Shroyer, so he would take down Tom Cruise easily.
You are outspoken. You are outspoken. Would you consider yourself fearless?
Absolutely not.
Okay, what do you fear besides God?
Deep down, I think I fear rejection. Like, I hate to get.
No, like, please, no. But why rejection? Because you've been married for a long time. You probably haven't been. You're a handsome guy. I don't think you've been rejected a lot in your life.
I think it started with my parents, my dad especially.
Really? Did your parents drink or do anything? Were they like?
No, not drink, but I watched my dad commit infidelity. And I just saw it all happen, and he left my mom with 6 children.
No,
your mom. The most formative years of my life. So, looking back, I know that had an effect on that little boy.
Oh, for sure it did. Wow, I didn't realize. So, like, subconsciously, you're almost trying to live like vicariously through your father, even though like you knew.
I was, yeah.
Yeah, even though you knew it was wrong.
I accidentally followed in his footsteps.
Yeah, you just almost wanted to try it because you kind of like thought it would make me feel good, or you probably had the same emotions.
He showed me the boundary can be crossed, and he also showed me how much it's worth. It's worth your wife, it's worth your children, it's worth your home, it's worth your career. He showed me it was worth a lot. And so I saw that, and subconsciously, sure, that definitely fed a little bit in my choice making later on.
Well, we only have a few minutes left, and I know you want to get the hell out of here. I've never seen a guy so anxious to go. So, I know you're about to you're going to yell at Aaron. We love Raptorius. Thank you for hooking this up. But tell us a little bit about Netflix and like the process of making this documentary. It took, what, almost 2 years?
2 years, the conversation started, yeah.
And then you guys just kind of went through the casting process, and you said you had other production companies reach out. So this is a big thing.
Hulu did one. We turned them down. We almost turned down Netflix as well, but we talked more and more with them, and they were very adamant that our story would come across as it truly happened, which was our biggest concern. And for the most part, it did.
And don't say how much you made, but oftentimes I think Netflix is known for being traditionally cheap. Were they kind of cheap on this, or did you get paid a fair...
People don't get paid in documentaries.
That's what I'm saying. I'm sure they paid you something, though, for your time, right?
No, not for my time. They paid me a small amount for the footage they used from our vlogs.
That's it?
Yeah.
And it was #1 on Netflix?
I know, right?
What bullcrap is that?
And I'm not allowed to talk about it, so.
Oh, my gosh. Well, listen, Sam, I'm telling you, you gave him some kickback. You are a true man of God. You prove that you can make a mistake and bounce back. I want to just shout out, if Nia is watching this, Nia, you are a beautiful, young, smart, strong woman. And I think it shows you that you are a family person by staying with Sam, because Sam obviously loves you the way he's talked about you off camera. But I'm saying a lot of the haters, Sam said this, I'm not speaking for you, is a lot of people, you said feminists, said, Nia should have divorced you right away, but she stuck with you. And so I think that makes her a good mom, and that makes you life partners.
Strong woman.
Yeah, strong woman.
Strong woman. And there's power in forgiveness.
Absolutely, yeah. It makes you a stronger person afterwards.
And so do you feel like your relationship's unbreakable?
Oh, absolutely, at this point, yeah. We will be together, until death, 100%.
That's awesome. And Nia, I'm telling you, Nia, through the years, like she's young in this video, she still looks great. You're very lucky to have an attractive, young, she just seems vibrant on the videos. I'm not saying that like.
Yeah, she's the one that got the 1.2 billion views.
She's the one, yeah.
She's the one that got the views.
She carried the views. Well, you're lucky to have Nia. And
Sam, after this episode, you had such a great time. We should bring Nia on next time. And, it'll be good.
I'm sure that is. When's Nia coming in?
Yeah.
Is Nia going to come on now?
I'm not sure she'll agree to that.
We can have Alex Jones on, and she can yell at Alex Jones. How does that sound?
Oh, man. She would not agree to come on the show at this point. Sorry.
That's disrespectful as hell. You couldn't just lie on the camera just for the show. Just say, yeah, she'll come on and then just ghost us like every normal person would do. Did you ever get dropped on your head as a kid or anything? Because I was dropped on mine. That's why I have a lot of my issues. Why do you think you have yours? Just because?
Because I have like a dent back here.
That's what I'm saying. You kind of have a dented head. You got a good head shape. One thing is when people see my content, when they see me in person, they always say, oh, you're a lot taller. For some reason, I thought you were like really big and tall. Not that you're short, but for some reason on the way you shoot it, maybe it's Nia, not that tall. You seem way taller than her.
I shoot low to make it look like that.
Is that why?
All about the angles.
I would have thought. I thought you would have thought you're like 6'2", but you're about 6 feet. How tall are you? 5'11"?
5'9".
5'9". Okay. We already read the cover-up thing. We got to read this?
We have to read the cover-up.
Oh, my gosh. I don't like reading this ad read, not because I don't love the Blaze, but because it's controversial. Okay, do not play the baby crying. All right. The cover-up. The trustworthiness of Dr. Anthony Fauci has been up for debate for a long time. I think you and I know that despite the media's campaign to defend his character, there's a lot of suspicious stuff going on behind the scenes. We know that about COVID, we know that the statistics were blank, and we know that Fauci blanked, it blanked. If scientists, doctors, and journalists spoke out against Dr. Blank, they were silenced immediately. What were they trying to hide? Now that their lies have gotten some attention, they're doing everything they can to distract us and make us forget about Blank. Lest we uncover the depths of their deception, you didn't forget how these policies and the Blank changed our nation and your day-to-day lives. We haven't forgotten about it either. We're still dealing with the repercussions today. That's why we teamed up with Free the People to release The Cover-Up, a docuseries available this week on Blaze TV. It exposes Blank for what he is, a blank. Our government failed us. They didn't press Blank hard enough during his hearing. Blaze TV and Free the People won't fail you. The Cover-Up docuseries dives deep into the Blank Mafia and their Blank agenda. Oh, I blanked the wrong one. And their Blank. So go to blankcoverup.com/Stein and use the code BlankLied to get $30 off an annual subscription on Blaze TV.
Alex, can I read the $20 super chat?
Yeah, but Sam's about to pass out. Show Sam. This guy's about to commit. He's about to not be happy. Yes. Okay.
Okay, I'll read the super chat really quick. $20 super chat from Scroats McGoats says, "You're my favorite toxoplasm psycho, Alex." Then from Adam O, "Hello from Greece. It's your #1 chat cat. Can you smash that computer screen tonight to show Sam how much you love InfoWars?"
Sam! That's what we do on this show. We just smash crap, dude. You ever smash anything on your show? Yeah.
Yeah. Smash it, Sam! Smash it! Smash it! Smash it!
Smash it!
Really?
Smash it!
Yeah.
Smash it!
Throw it down? Or?
Yeah. Oh, he smashed it!
You feel better?
Hot. Do you feel better?
Pretty good.
You do feel good? Okay, well, that's good.
And then one more. Kyle Arndt said, "Alex, take your pants off since he signed the waiver."
Oh, yeah, okay. No, I'm already getting in trouble for taking off my pants a lot too much lately, so we're going to keep them on. All right, guys, Sam, what do you want to shout out before we go? The show's over, but what do you want to say? How can they find you? How can they support you?
Check out our book. The whole story is there, of our whole redemptive story, where Jesus took me from slavery of my secrets to living in truth.
You used to be a slave?
Slave to, sin.
Did you know there's slave trade in Libya right now?
Is there?
There really is a slave trade still going on.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Muammar Gaddafi, he was killed, and it was actually a pretty good place. And then once he died, we basically trained rebels to overtake him, and now there's actually a slave trade still going on in Libya today. So they would probably feel a little butthurt if you said you're a slave when they're actually like mining cobalt for a living.
Sorry. If they have Jesus in their heart, man, they're not slaves. No matter who's
even if you're mining cobalt in a mine with a gun to your head.
Yeah, it's hard to speak to that, but yes. I'm gonna throw my book at this.
You can throw your book at me.
Can I really?
Just don't hurt me. Just don't hurt me. All right, guys, we end the show the same way every time with the freestyle finale. DJ, hit that beat. Sam and Nia driving the Kia, taking their kids to school. I got coffee from Tim Pool, and you know it makes you feel cool because we're going insane, fighting for the Ukraine. And he thinks InfoWars sucks, and that's why Sam drives a truck, and he's got 5 babies. Is that right, 5? 4.
My wife's got 5.
His wife's got 5 because of him. We love you guys. Everybody go check out Ashley Madison, Sex, Lies, and Scandal. My man Sam, he's scared to death. He's probably never going to come back on. So go support him. Tell him I sent you so he knows that you love him. We love you all. Lila Hart! We couldn't have done it without Lila. Peace and good night, ladies.